Hi, I'm here to volunteer at this polling place.
Hello, welcome to the team. What's your name?
Nicholas.
Well, hi Nicole. I'm Charlize. This is Elle.
Hi.
We're glad that you're here. It's actually not too hard. All you have to do is pass out ballots, answer questions that voters might have, and check your role when people come up to you.
Okay, cool.
Here, let me show you how it's done. Hello, sir. Are you here to vote?
안녕하세요.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't...
저기 투표하러 왔는데요. 여기에 뭐라고 써지는지 모르겠는데요.
Oh, don't worry, Charlize. I got this. I watch a lot of Korean dramas.
이게 세금을 낮춘다고 하는데 그게 사실인가요?
Alright. I think he's saying that for the last several years he's been suffering from amnesia, and that only now has he realized who he is and that he must find the woman he loves before she gets married to his father's murderer. Oh my god, am I that woman?
No, don't be stupid. He's trying to vote.
혹시 이거 통역해 주실 분이 있나요?
Sir, you're here to vote, right? Can I get your name? I have to check my role.
죄송한데 무슨 말인지 모르겠는데요.
I don't understand. Elle, can you...
Sir, can I help you?
투표를 하러 왔는데 이분들이 계속
Sir, I would be honored to help you find your long-lost love.
I think that's me.
This isn't a Korean drama.
아이 참.
Okay, look, let me tell you what. Let's see if we have something that can help him. Maybe we can get a translator or...
Wait. Excuse me. Huddle up. Are you sure we want to help him?
What do you mean?
I mean, look at him. He comes here wanting to vote, but doesn't even understand the words on the ballot. Do we really want to give a guy who doesn't understand English the ability to influence our elections?
Wait, just because he doesn't speak English doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to vote. If he's a citizen, he has that right. He just needs some help with the language. I'm Latinx and I have family members who are in the same boat. They have the right to vote, but they have trouble understanding because of the language barrier.
Well, if he or if anyone wants the right to vote, they need to learn our language.
Our language? Wait, hold on. That's really not fair.
Well, this is America, and here we speak English. I mean, aren't you at least a little worried? Aren't you concerned? Even if he did learn enough English, he probably wouldn't vote for, well, he probably wouldn't vote for what's good for America.
Are you saying somehow that just because he doesn't speak our language, that he doesn't care about America?
Well, obviously he's not from here. Not really, anyway. If he were, he'd know how to speak English. And I'm worried that maybe he'd vote against America. He'd be giving away his vote to those back in his home.
You're talking about him as if he's a spy.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's here, infiltrating our election on behalf of Kim Jong-un. Excuse me, sir? I'm going to need to see some ID.
아이디? 있는 것 같은데.
Elle, you can't do that. We don't have voter ID laws here.
He doesn't know that. Besides, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Mississippi, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and Wisconsin all have voter ID laws. What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? You're discriminating against him.
Okay, good. See, he has one.
See, you know what? This isn't good enough, Harrison. Did your handler like Star Wars or something? The problem is that this is a student ID. You have to have a government-issued one. How do I know that you didn't just make this yourself on your Samsung printer?
Wait, hold on.
무슨 말 하시는 거예요? 투표를 못 한다고요? 잠시만요.
Elle, you're being unfair here. This guy's trying to exercise his right, and you're trying really hard to prevent him from doing so.
이런 게 어딨어요? 저 미국 사람이에요.
I don't care. I'm trying to protect the sanctity of the ballot. I'm protecting this election from foreign influences. And you know what? I don't even see his name on my roll.
You don't get all these. Are you kidding me? I'm as American as any of you. I pay my taxes, I follow the law, I work hard and pledge allegiance to the flag. I love this country, and you're telling me I can't vote?
You know everything that you're doing? The idea of voter ID laws and the notion that an official language, that's all discriminatory practice based on one thing.
Xenophobia.
The idea that if you do not fit in the American profile, you are considered a threat, or you just do not count.
Even from the start of this nation, voting was called a right reserved for only certain races and classes. And even when voting slowly became more available to all citizens, there were still laws that discouraged and actively prevented certain people from voting.
Mostly minorities, foreign-born citizens, or individuals on the lower economic spectrum.
Such suppression came in the form of the poll tax or literacy test. And even when such requirements were overturned by the Voters' Right Act of 1965, voter suppression survived. Even today, there's
Intimidation, disinformation, strict voter ID laws.
English-only legislation.
Use it or lose it laws, in which voters are removed from registration rolls.
States have tightened the window for absentee, overseas, and early voting, and banned same-day voter registration.
And often, these rules and regulations impact minority groups more significantly, while giving more leverage to those who had voted the right way.
So it's okay for Cousin Larry, who sticks fireworks up his nose and lights them, to vote, as long as he does it the right way. He's fine. He's family. But when a minority votes, we have to take precautions.
And how does this affect Asian Americans? Well, Asian Americans are minorities too. They live in these communities that are often discouraged from voting.
So we might think it's because people don't care. But when we actually look deeper into the reasons that minority groups don't turn out as much as others, we see that the obstacles are a lot more complicated.
And often, come election season, many minorities avoid the polls.
If they're told they don't meet this litmus test,
That they're not really from here.
they'll never feel like their voice matters.
So, why even vote? Why make the trip towards the polls or research candidates or legislations or get involved? It doesn't matter. They don't want me to vote anyways.
Here's the problem with that thinking. When enough people give up and passively watch the world change around them, let the powers that be choose for them, they soon realize that for some more than others, elections have consequences.